Live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, this is Shop Local TV with your host, Rabin Rogue.
Welcome to Shop Local TV. I'm your host, Rabin Rogue, and today we are interviewing Suzanne from the Family Safety Center. Welcome, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm fine, Rabin. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you do, what your center does, and how long you guys have been around.
We opened in January of 2006 with funding provided by the President's Initiative on Family Justice Centers. And what this did was a grant that funded 15 different communities. Tulsa was one of 15 selected nationally to host this model of collaborative partnerships. What our organization does essentially is that we partner with all those agencies in the community who have a service provision status for the victims and the families of the victims of domestic and intimate partner violence, which means all of our partners co-locate their staff on one site so that as a survivor comes for services, they can meet with an advocate who will help them file legal documents for protective orders. We've got a legal department that can handle civil legal cases for them, child custody cases, divorce cases, even represent them if they need it for the final permanent protective order hearing. We have counselors on site. We have a forensic medical nurse on site who documents injuries for court hearings. The Family Violence Unit of the Tulsa Police Department is located there. We have the Tulsa County Sheriff's Department there, and we have the Tulsa Metropolitan Ministry represented by a chaplaincy program which addresses some of the spiritual needs our clients have. So when you walk in the door, you have an opportunity to meet with any or all of those service providers in one place.
So you're a full-service safety center.
We are a one-stop shop for those people who are in need. I equate what we do a lot of times to triage or an emergency situation where a lot of our clients may come in under their own power or someone may bring them there. They may be brought by the police department. They may be brought by IMSA, an ambulance. They may be referred from a shelter. But most of the people who come to our offices seeking services are traumatized. They've been abused, they've had violence happen to them and their families, and they're looking for a safe place, they're looking for protection, for help, and for hope. And those are the things that we're able to provide.
Now you provide a lot of services. Do you provide special services for people who have financial needs, who maybe don't have as much money?
Oh, absolutely. Our services are free of charge to everybody.
Wow, really?
Regardless of status. We serve people who are in crisis, immediate crisis. And these are our most vulnerable populations because normally in a violence or an abuse situation or a stalking or harassment situation, there is such a feeling of fear, and where do you go to help and who can you talk to? That's not going to say, well, why don't you just leave? Because it's not that easy. It's not an easy thing. And when you come to our place, I am so proud to be able to say that most people feel a greater sense of safety. They feel more hope leaving our work operation, and they will come back for additional appointments and additional meetings with our staff. But from that initial point on, they are treated with such respect and with such care. It really is a kind, gentle place. And even law enforcement being involved, the forensic medical examinations that that take place, even our security is. It's great. We have a 99.7% satisfaction rating from all of our clients. So I feel really great about what we do and the effect that it has. We save lives daily.
It's wonderful what you do. Now, you serve not only women Because when we think of abuse, we think of women, but it's women, children, and men?
Absolutely. Women, men, children, elders. The only caveat that we have, really, quite frankly, is that there must be a relationship with the person whom you are being abused by. And it could be it could be a mother-child relationship. It could be an elder parent with an adult child. It could be roommates. It could be an ex-boyfriend and the mother of the child. I mean, the list goes on. And the interesting thing about it is it really doesn't. There's not a single zip code in Tulsa County that's not affected by this. It's not. It's not an issue of just homeless people or just low economic people. It is everywhere, and we have Mercedes in the parking lot, just as we have people who take the bus. And it's just not. It's not a respecter of any demographic. So. What we try to do is to give people a sense of hope, a way that they can exit an unhealthy relationship, and in particular if there are children involved, because we know from studies that have been done all across the nation, certainly in recent years and even most lately, that the children of violent families sometimes are doomed to repeat the cycle. And one of our key goals is to get those kids out of that cycle, and that's where we refer out to other agencies for assistance so that they can specifically help those kids that are either experiencing the violence firsthand or are witness to it.
Now, Susan, the reason I called you, I was looking up nonprofits, but I noticed that there's a Tulsa World article that came out recently that said that your organization is having some financial difficulties and that you're in fundraising mode right now.
Absolutely.
How can we, as Tulsans, help keep your service available for our community? What can we do?
Well, you can donate. You can donate kits. We lost a grant called the Grants to Encourage Arrest and Enforcement of Protective Orders that we had used to operate the partnership. And this grant ran out at the end of October. And so we've been fundraising ever since, and we've had individuals step up, and we've had local philanthropic organizations step up. The Tulsa Area United Way has given us some emergency funding. So we are right now at a point where we're still raising funds to keep the doors open for the next year. Part of our issue is that we're going to be relocating to a new location in 2013. And so we're trying to get to a point where we can make ourselves sustainable without the grant on a long-term basis so that we don't have this problem again. So if people would like to donate cash, they can certainly come to us at the Safety Center at 30th and Harvard. We're in the Harvard Center building. Or they can contact www.dvis.org, and there is a little red box you can click that says donate. Or you can contact the Tulsa Community Foundation and write a check to the Tulsa Community Foundation for use by the Family Safety Center Fund. So there are a variety of ways, and we're happy to help you figure out how to do it.
And your phone number again?
918-742-7430.
Okay. And who are just a couple of your big donors? So
we are so excited. You know, we've just, actually, I'll tell you who we have just recently heard from. The George Kaiser Family Foundation has stepped up. They are wonderful. The Hardesty Family Foundation has stepped up. We just learned that the Ann and Henry Zero and the Maxine and Jack Zero Foundations have stepped up. The Tulsa Community Foundation is working with us on designated fund status, and we have lots of individuals who are helping, and the Tulsa Area United Way. That's, you know, the community, the citizens of Tulsa helping us keep our doors open.
Every penny counts.
Every penny counts. Every dollar goes a long way to help provide protection, hope, and healing to a lot of people.
Well, thank you for coming in today,
Thank
Susan.
you. We appreciate it.
And thanks for watching Shop Local TV. More after the break.
We've all been told that if we want our work to succeed, we have to use the right tools. Navtech, video tools for business success in today's marketplace.
Welcome back, everyone, to Shop Local TV. I just wanted to let you know that this last week I had the opportunity to go to Topeka Coffee Roastery, and I wanted to show you some pictures of what I did when I was there because it was a lot of fun. That is John Gabarino and Ian. They ground a bunch of coffees for me. If you've ever done a coffee cupping, they grind a bunch of different coffees and let you sniff them. So I sniffed. The next part, you sniff the brewed coffee. So that's me sniffing. And then I got to taste it. And I had a lot of fun, and I just wanted to thank John Gabarino and Ian from Topeka Coffee. I had a good time. So everyone, I wanted to wish my friends at the synagogue a happy Hanukkah, and I will see you tomorrow.